And okay, let's return to F major. And I just built like nice series of triads on each scale degree of F major scale. Like scale degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or just 1 again. And well, every time I teach like labels for these chords, I explain like people were probably so lazy to call or communicate about these chords. Like, hey, what was the triad upon the third scale degree of F major? That's like too long, right? So that's why very important thing was invented, the manner to label all these chords. And you, of course, go and learn how to label all these chords, right? We use some numerical systems, not the Arabic number, but what kind of numeric system? Roman numeral. In short, RN, Roman numeral. And well, I also assume you already learned how to make a differentiation of numerals, right? But for now, let me just apply uppercase Roman numeral for just every chord to make life simple. And any question at this point? Okay. So now I just use uppercase Roman numerals for every chord, but this should not be the way we are supposed to use the Roman numerals, right? Then what we should do, to use the Roman numerals properly, what's the issue with this style? And what I just tried here, what kind of issue with this uppercase Roman numerals for every single chord of major scale? What's the issue? Yes, please. Yeah, I mean, with the Roman numerals, uppercase alone, they just look like all the same kind of triads, same qualities, to be precise. And in actually conventional tonal harmony, uppercase Roman numeral actually means like major triad, right? The quality of triad you already learned in probably one of the last meetings with Haley. So that's why we need differentiation. Then what we are going to do is like just examining each Roman numeral, and then if uppercase is fine, then we can just keep like this. But if we figure out some chords are not major quality, some triad, if they are not in major quality, then we got to use different Roman numerals, such as lowercase, right? Okay, then how about the one chord? F major, one chord. Fine, with uppercase. Yep, then how about the two chord? No, because it's minor triad. They should be lowercase. And how about 3? Minor. How about 4? Yeah, fine. 5. Awesome. And then 6. 7. Lowercase plus which little chord you can. Yeah. And 1. Just keep it. So I guess these are the basic kind of content within we just learned in one of the last meetings. By the way, if you have any questions at this point. Okay. Then this is not, of course, the main topic of today's lecture, right? So now we need to learn how to label the triads built upon the minor scale. And triads upon minor scale, wrong. Triads upon what kind of minor scale? Natural, melody, or harmonic minor scales, right? Because harmonic minor scale, they are designed to be the ground upon which the triads will be constructed, right? So I just wanna like recycle the same key signature here. So I will just build a minor scale, harmonic minor scale to be precise, which uses the same key signature like F major. Then what kind of minor scale should it be? D, yeah. Wow, I think I'm really impressed. Haley, I think he's a really good instructor. I'm really impressed. So D minor, same key signature. And is there any term for the relationship between these two? Yeah. So awesome, fantastic. Then let's build a D minor scale, which is starting from D, obviously. And since I already gave the key signature, I don't have to add any accentals. Okay, D, E, F, G, A, E, flat, C, D. And is it all, completed? What kind of minor scale did I say? Harmonic. So the seventh scale degree should be raised by a semitone.
Shouldn't it be natural?
Sorry?
Shouldn't that be like natural instead of short?
Uh,
Oh wait, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, I can guess what you're curious about.
I thought that was a
And-
theory, so.
And you might remember at the beginning of the lecture, I said minor scales probably was one of the annoying part in your study because especially when you add accentals, like for harmonic minor scales, in some cases you need sharp, in some cases you need double sharp, in some cases you need just natural. That's why harmonic minor scales, melody minor scales, all these things are one of the tricky parts for the beginners for the music theory. But I see C sharp is fine to complete the harmonic minor scale of D minor. So any question at this point? No? Okay. Then, well, we were supposed to talk about triads on minor scale, right? So let's build triads upon each scale degree of the harmonic minor scale. All right, I just learned my writing is ugly, but still it's recognizable. So okay, here we go. So we got triad, and for the same reason, we need a nice Roman numerals for each of these chords. And finally, we are getting into something new for today's lecture, right? But I just would like to start, just like in this case, I just want to start with the uppercase, just for everything. Yay. You guys already know these all uppercase Roman numerals never work because uppercase Roman numerals always represent the major triad, right? But not every triad built upon the harmonic minor scale are major triad. So we need again a kind of differentiated Roman numerals for each triad of the harmonic minor scale. So then, okay, let's get started with this one. Is uppercase 1 okay for this triad? E, F, and A. Uppercase is fine, or yeah, it should be lowercase. And then how about this one? It's not a major triad anyway. So lowercase plus is a one more detail, yeah, because this is a diminutive triad. By the way, there's a pattern actually. If you look in comparison this one and this one, but I will just explain later, because I really don't want to give it spoilers. Oh, by the way, how about this one? And since C sharp is like raised, sorry, C or schedule 7 is raised by a semicolon, you might just consider the ambivalent possibilities like C sharp is included also in 3/4 or not. But if there's no sharp on C, then is uppercase fine?
Yes.
Yeah, F and A and C without sharp, major triad, so uppercase is fine. But if we consider like, okay, C should be sharp, or raised by a semicolon, then we need additional signal, which is a +4, which is automatically triad. By the way, all these systems like uppercase Roman numeral or lowercase Roman numeral, and then little circle or plus, I assume you already are familiar with all this system. For them, it still takes time to get familiarized because they are annoying system. Okay, then let's continue with 4/4. The uppercase is fine. For this chord?
Yes.
Really? G and B flat and D? Is it major triad
B
or?
flat, minor.
Yeah, minor. So lowercase is the right one. And this one is interesting because again, we have C, which would be raised by a semicolon in the system of harmonic minor scale. And in this case, C sharp, it's just considered to be like a default, no matter what, for 5/4 in minor scale or harmonic minor scale, C or a 7th scale is always raised by a semicolon because 5/4, either in major scale or minor scale, 5/4 always should be major triad. So uppercase 5 is okay, and it should be uppercase. And sorry, how about this one? 6/4, D flat, D, and F. Uppercase is uppercase fine?
Minute.
B flat, D, and F.
Oh, B flat. Oh, it's minor.
Major triad. So uppercase should be right answer. And then we have C sharp, E, and G. Diminished. So lowercase plus circle should be the right answer. And we just got back to lowercase 1.
Just like the case of sentence, period can be expanded or compressed. So I prepared the example from Mozart's opera Don Giovanni. And first of all, the example you're watching on this slide shows the normative 8-bar period. So it shows nice half cadence in the middle and then PAC in the end. So we have 4-bar antecedent and then 4-bar consequent. So typical. And then how about the melody? La 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 la. Okay, we have nice 2-bar idea, and the idea is repeated at the beginning of consequent. So in this case, we are dealing with parallel period. Good, nice. Then the thing is, when this melody comes back later in the same aria, it is expanded. So whereas this particular example, the 8-bar standard period, is sung by the male hero, Don Giovanni, this later version is sung by the female partner. So Well, if you see this example, it still has the same 4-bar antecedent, and then likewise similar consequent, but in the consequent, you see the expansion. So whereas the antecedent was 4 measures, now the consequent looks like 4 standard measure plus 2 more measures. And then how consequent is expanded. This example used the technique of evaded cadence. Yeah, as its name suggests, the cadence is evaded so that a few more measures can come as the follower. So if this consequent was supposed to follow the standard 4-bar frame, here it could conclude itself with a nice little PAC, perfect authentic cadence. So the harmonic progression shows the attempt to make a PAC, the progression from 5 to 1, but Mozart uses 1/6 instead of root position 1 chord. So that 1/6 just spoils the attempt to make a nice little PAC, and 1/6 thus evades the attempt for making a PAC. So as a natural consequence, 2 more measures follow to conclude the consequent in a proper way, which is PAC. Okay, and funny thing is, the melody also shows a clear gesture of evading. So if you see this this part, la ra 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 ra, but no, ra 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 ra, and this naturally calls for 2 measure follow up. And I think evaded cadence feels like this kind of faking gesture. So you just give a hand to make a nice handshake, but suddenly your friend says, duh. Yep, it sounds silly, but actually that's what evaded cadence feels like. It gives you the sign of cadence, but it doesn't complete that cadence. It just avoids in a very sneaky way. So as I explained earlier, this nice gesture toward melodic cadence on A is evaded by this little ascending gesture. Okay, so let's listen to this example. So first, let me play the normative 8-bar version sung by the male hero, Don Giovanni. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, one more time. Okay, that was Don Giovanni's part on 8-bar standard period, Palais period to be precise. Then let's listen to the 10-bar period, the expansion of the previous example. One more time. Okay, then I hope we could clearly recognize the difference between the first example and the second example. The second example is an expansion of the first example, and the expansion has been done in the consequent, to be precise, by an evaded cadence. And then let's think for a moment about the composer's possible intention. So my question is there any relevance between the lyrics and the extension of consequent? So in the Don Giovanni's part, the consequent was just 4 bar, but in the latest part, the Miss Jelena, the consequent is 2 bar more, 6 bar. Why? I need to explain briefly the plot of Don Giovanni to explain this kind of technique. So simply put, the Don Giovanni is really bad guy. True. He's even worse than a womanizer. He does all the bad things like murder, stealing, or assaults, etc. So later in the conclusion of the opera, he's punished by a talking statue. Yeah, it sounds supernatural, but that's true. So at this moment, for this aria, he's again alluring, he's seducing a lady, his ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance, to be precise. So in this example, the 8-bar standard period, he sings, "Hey, come on, we can be happy again. Just give me your hand. Everything will be fine." Done. He's so confident. That's probably why he just does not make any long statement. He just says, "I'm so confident. I can make you happy." 8-bar period. Done. And on the other hand, the lady, Miss Jelena, she was once betrayed by Don Giovanni. But I mean, Don Giovanni might have super powerful attractiveness. So she's again agitating. So the lyric just reflects her emotion. I'd like to, and I wouldn't, my heart trembles, blah, blah, blah. So I could be happy, but he could trick me again. So she shows the sign of agitation. But she's like 80% persuaded by Don Giovanni already at this point. That's why she repeats Don Giovanni's part, but she's still having a 20% of agitation. That's why her part is 2 bar longer than Don Giovanni's 8-bar period. And one nice gesture, one nice detail done by Mozart is the evaded cadence actually precisely matches the lyric that says, "I could be happy, but he could trick me again." So the evaded cadence precisely depicts her agitation. "Oh, I could be happy. Yeah, everything will be fine." No, he's a liar. No. But later, in the end of the duo, she's completely persuaded by the Don Giovanni, unfortunately. But that's fine. He's punished in the end anyway. So this is, oh, by the way, now I can reveal why I picked this jocular example to explain the evaded cadence. The song is about handshake, giving your hand trust me, that kind of lyrics, right? The melody, both the melody and the melodic gesture and the lyric make many nice reference hand gestures. So give your hand, no, give your hand, no. That's the basic story of this aria. So that's why I made this kind of failed attempt to make a joke out of the example. But anyway, this is all I prepared for today, and I hope you will enjoy the Friday session, and probably the Friday session will focus on clarifications of the terminologies, ideas, and some other examples. So I hope you will have a nice time in Friday session with Hannah.